how y'all doing? We do have an update on Angie Stone. So, hey, when I first heard this news, I had to let you guys know what was going on. So when I tell you, I did not see this coming. Did you guys see this coming? And if you guys want to come up here and talk like we used to talk before, hit that link and come up here and tell your piece about it, okay? If you guys can hear me good, please press that 4. I have not been on live in a minute, so let's talk about it. So here it is. It says the family of Angie Stone files lawsuit against truck driving company following the accident. So who is suing? I'll tell you who's going to sue. Diamond and Michael. Diamond and Michael is Angie's sons and daughter. Diamond is her first daughter, and Michael is the son she had with D'Angelo, the singer. They are going to fight and sue. I'm so surprised they're going to fight and sue. I was like, what was taking so long? Because, before we was wondering why isn't Diamond and Michael, why they not fighting this? Because before they seemed very cool and everything's going to work out. But I guess they came to their senses and they are fighting according from the Shade Room. And this was updated. This was brought to us. Let me give you guys the dates. You see this 5 hours ago? Look at that bottom. Do you see that bottom? Let me see if I can scroll. Do you see this? Let me see if it's mirroring. You guys need to get into this. Justice will be served. Amen. Amen. Justice will be served. Look at right here. 5 hours ago. Okay. So this is recent. This is today. Hey, Tanya. Let me please hit that like. Yes. Hit that like button, Tanya. Tanya, get up here. Tanya, come up here because I need y'all to talk to me on this. Y'all say, I miss when we used to be able to come up to the message sweet spot and talk. Well, I need y'all to start using y'all rights and come up here and talk to me about this. So, don't you know that white man, that white truck driver? And he already had a funny track record. Girl, he is something else. But the family is suing him, and they're also going to sue the CRTS, that company. I have my notes right here. And later on, we're going to talk about Tamar Braxton and the update with that. You guys know that whole thing was a scam. Press 9 if you know that Tamar Braxton, that was nothing but a scam. And let me tell you who confirmed it. Who confirmed it was her friend, Gary with the T. He told everybody. He had to apologize to the Brett because the Brett didn't like that he was exposing Tamar business to the world, telling everybody, that Tamar indeed it was a scam to sell that album. So he had to apologize to the Brack. So I wanted to let y'all know that because she's trying to be quiet about it so y'all can forget, but we're not going to forget. So we're going to talk about that later. So if you guys can get up here, please like this video. We are going over Angie Stone case. It's a new update that just been updated today. And I had to let you guys know what's going on. So I'm looking at my notes. And I know you guys want to say, well, yes, Angie Stone is directly suing the truck driver, Jared Wilkinson. Do you guys remember that name, Jared Wilkinson? Jared Wilkinson, along with his employee, CSRT of Cedar Rapids, Ohio. This is what happened. He was wearing a headphone. That white truck driver, he was wearing headphones and listening to music while driving. See, did y'all know that? This is my first time hearing about that. Press 1 if you knew that. That driver that caused all this, that truck driver, he was wearing headphones. He was wearing headphones, y'all, and listening to music while driving. Now, how you wearing headphones and listening to music while driving? That's already doing too much. That's doing too much. He was reportedly inattentive. So he wasn't even paying attention. He was not paying attention and he failed to brake. Did y'all hear that shit? He failed to brake, y'all. And before hitting the overturn The Sprinter van at nearly 70 miles per hour. Okay. His actions are framed as a form of gross negligence that contributed directly to Angie Stone's death. So that truck driver, that's the one that killed Angie Stone. Ooh, man, we found the killer. So the family is suing both the individual driver and the company that employed him. So they're not suing the black guy that was in the van with him. Remember, all of y'all kept on saying that, what's that white black guy that name? Angie Stone driver. Y'all kept on saying she killed him. Y'all had so many damn conspiracies about him. She set him up. All that shit was a lie. It was a white truck driver. It was a white truck driver all along. And y'all didn't even claim he was the killer. You see how y'all do? So the family is suing both that white truck driver and the company that employed him, and additionally to the van driver owners and the truck manufacturer. Whew, my goodness. Did y'all get to that? He was wearing headphones, y'all, and listening to music while driving. Should I put his face up here? Should I put Gerald's face up here? The killer of Angie Stone. Do y'all want to see this mother sucker? Yeah, let's put the face up here. Give me a minute. I'm about to put his face up. We need to see his face. This is who took our Angie Stone away. This is who took our Angie Stone away. Somebody said, please don't believe it. Well, listen, I won't believe it if you come up and hit that link and tell me why I should not believe it. Come up and hit that link and tell me why I should not believe this story that just came out. Okay? Please tell me. If you're not going to hit that link and tell us, then I'm not going to believe what you're talking about. Trucks, I'm pulling them up now. Give me a minute. Angie Stone. Okay, images. They didn't clean the images out. Angie Stone. It used to be a day where I used to come up here and I can find them like this. Man, look, they done wiped his images out. The white truck driver that killed Angie Stone, I don't see his images no more. Nope, because that's not the guy I saw. Is this him? Is this the dude? I think we got eyes on him. I think that's him. I think that's him. Is that him? Oh, it just brought up. This is by Paperwork Party, his Instagram. Gerald is a killer of it. Ooh, didn't Paperwork call it? Didn't Paperwork call that shit? Did y'all see that? Didn't Paperwork call this? And March the 4th, he said Gerald A. Wilkerson is the killer of Angie Stone. Woo-wee! Paperwork didn't call this a long time ago, y'all. And this is the killer. That white dude, that's the killer right there. And that's why they was so easy to hurry to brush it off the road, because they didn't want that white man to go to jail. They was protecting their own. That's what it was. Here it says, was he sent to finish the second job of the second stage wreck? I don't know. Do y'all think he was sent to finish the job? I have no idea. But if you guys are coming in here, this is the new update. The lawsuit, Angie Stone Kids is finally doing something about it and going to sue that white man that I just showed y'all in the truck company. He was driving with the headphones on, listening to music, wasn't even paying attention, and he braked too late and crashed, honey. He the one did this. So wasn't a setup by the people in the van? No, not from the suit. The lawsuit didn't say anything about a black person being involved. Y'all making that up now. Y'all gotta stop making this up. According to this lawsuit right here, now I can ask again. Let me ask again. All right, so I'm looking at y'all comments. I'm going. Jackson had a question. I'm gonna ask that a question again. Let's get these likes up. Do y'all miss when we used to do videos like this? Press 2 if y'all miss us doing videos like this. If y'all want me to stay doing videos like this, I won't get on that camera no more. On this channel, I get on my camera and do Jessica somewhere else. But if y'all really like this, I'm gonna need y'all support. Hell, I'm in a tight place right now. Shit. Hit that like button and come up here and talk to me about this now. Come on now. We need participation. We need participation. Okay, so what am I? Okay, so I'm. They asking questions. Let me pull it up for you. Where is it at? I'm gonna get you the answer. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you that answer. Give me 1 second, cause I'm pulling it up right now, doing research as we talk. So, are you guys happy that been a move? Do you guys think that Angie Stone K is gonna get her justice? Of course, they're gonna get her justice. You know why? Because Angie Stone is looking down from heaven, and she gonna help her babies out. She gonna help her babies fight the good fight. She is. I believe so. Sure enough. She gonna help her babies. Uh so let me see what's going on. So she wasn't set up by the people in the van. From everything in the lawsuit filing in the report so far, y'all, there is no evidence or claims that Angie Stone was set up by the people in the van with her. Did y'all get that? Press 5 if y'all got that shit. Let's not play with it. I'm going to say it again. From everything in the lawsuit filings and the report so far, there are no evidence or claims that Angie Stone was set up by the people on the van with her. The van accident, the Sprinter van lost control and flipped over. That's on the van driver era. Alleged negligence. Not a plotted setup. Woo! Oh, my goodness. So I gotta ask, are they gonna sue so they're not suing the van driver. They just suing the truck driver. So that's on the van driver era, alleged negligence, not plotted setup. Passengers, including Angie, initially survived the crash and somewhere rescued by bystanders. While Angie was trying to get out, the 18-wheeler slammed into the overturned van at a high speed. All hell. All hell. All hell. Oh, hell no. Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell no. So the van, it flipped because it lost control. So after that van flipped and lost control, while Angie was trying to get out that goddamn van, y'all, my goodness, the 18-wheeler slammed into the overturned van at a highway speed. Ain't that some shit? The lawsuit pins fall on. So this is who's at fault. The truck driver, Jared Wilkinson, for being inattentive, using headphones and not braking. The truck company, CSRT, his employer, and the truck North America Detroit Diesel for a collision avoidance system that allegedly failed. All right. So the black man is not going to get sued. Anybody getting sued is the white people. Okay. So the family case is focused on the driver negligence and the technical failure of the truck, not betrayal from her entourage. They're arguing they're arguing that she died because of the van flipping, bad driving, and they're arguing because the truck hitting them negligence and defective safety system. So the truck driver said that the system failed on him. So no mainstream reports, lawsuits, or official statements suggest her bandmates or her entourage set her up. All right. So what other questions y'all got? What other questions y'all got? Yeah, he caused her death. He caught that white dude. He caused her death. Oh, all right. Ask me some questions. I got the answer. Let's get these goddamn likes up. We got over 100 people up in here. Let's get the likes up, especially if y'all want me to continue. Come on. We need them likes. Kavan, what you say? What you say, Kavan? Kavan said, drink some peppermint. You talking about me and my coffee? Maybe I. Okay. Why can't I find Kavan? Okay, let me pull this up. Let me take my time. So this is Kavan. She says, so did the driver. Oh, let me do something real quick because I can't see it. So did the driver get hurt as well? Okay. All right, let me look it up. Did the driver get hurt as well? All right, they said yes. Yes, he did. Reports say that several people in the van, including the driver, was injured. Now you talking about the van driver or the truck driver, Kavan? Which one? Okay, because they're saying the van driver was hurt. But are you talking? I want to put the driver get. Which driver you talking about, Kavan? The van driver, the black guy, he did get hurt. The van driver hurt but survived. The lawsuit doesn't say he was killed, only that he lost control, overcorrected, and caused the rollover. His name as a defendant for negligence. So he was not the reason for Angie Stone death, but he wasn't doing right. He wasn't paying attention. That caused the van to roll over. But what caused the death was the second accident when that big ass truck driver came smashing on through when Angie Stone was trying to get out the car. That's who caused Angie Stone death. So it says a van driver hurt but survived. The lawsuit doesn't say he was killed. I said that. Okay, other passengers, 5 out of 9 people in the van managed to crawl out with the help of bystanders. Some had injuries, but none were reported as fatal. It says Sheila Hopkins, a relative, was still inside with Angie when the truck hit. Damn, they were still inside. Can you imagine this? Y'all is getting out the car. You just been in an accident. You just rolled over, right? Everybody getting out the car, and bam, bam, out of nowhere, this big ass truck hit your ass. Ain't that some shit? So that's what happened, y'all. That's why they was talking about the second accident and stuff like that. 5 out of 9 in the van managed to call out to help. Okay, so Sheila Watkins was still inside with Angie when the truck hit, but she survived and is actually a plaintiff in the lawsuit. Angie Stone was the only one who died because she was still trying to escape when the tractor trailer plowed into the overturned van and ejected her. Damn, y'all. So she did get ejected. She did get fucking ejected. Damn. So that white lady was right then. That white lady that came out, she said she was trying to help Angie out. And as soon as she got Angie out, they said, according to this lawsuit, that big ass truck, it bam, it hit the van and it ejected Angie out of the van. And that's how she died. Ooh, that sounds like a freaky, scary Friday, right? Freaky Friday. Final Destination. Ooh, ain't that some shit? All right. It says Angie Stone. She was the only one who died because she was still trying to escape. Okay. So bottom line, the van driver lived, but is still being sued. Also, so the van driver is still being sued because his actions started the chain events, and Angie was the tragic fatality. All right, so the van driver and the truck driver is being sued. The van driver, let me type this in. Yeah, somebody gonna have to pay for this. So y'all get that? Both the van driver and the truck driver are being sued. The Sprinter van truck driver, the van driver, lost control of the van, flipped it trying to steer back on the highway. So he lost control over the van and he flipped it because he was trying to steer it back on the highway, but it flipped, you know? Why sued? His mistake. His mistake put Angie Stone and everyone else in danger in the first place. So they're saying the reason why he's going to get sued because he had a mistake and that caused everybody to get injured. You know, that was the start. They said the status survived, but his name is in the lawsuit for neglect. So they suing him for neglectance. So the truck driver, the 18-wheeler, what happened? He slammed into the overturned van while Angie was still escaping. Wasu, allegedly inattentive, he was wearing headphones and did not brake and hit them at almost 70 miles per hour. Survived, but his named personal in the lawsuit for gross negligence. His employer, CRST, is also being sued. Okay. The lawsuit doesn't stop there. It also targets the van owner transport company, the executive elite transportation, good to go calf, Joseph Robinson, also the trucking company, CSRT, the manufacturers, the Truck North America and Detroit Diesel for the failed collision avoidance system. All right. So y'all got that? Yeah. Whew, I tell y'all. Well, comment. Let me know if y'all want to get up here and say anything. Feel free if y'all have any more questions. Do y'all want to talk more about Angie? Or do you guys want to move to Tamar? Press 1 if you want to talk more about Angie. Press 2 if you want to move to Tamar. Comment now. Forever hold your peace. All right. So we finally got the mission solved. So they're going to sue and they're going to get what's owed to them. Rest in peace, Angie. Rest in Mark. What number? What number is 3, Mark? I didn't say shit about 3. Did I? I said 1 and 2, right? I'm gonna start getting y'all to say what I said because I forget the numbers I be saying. Oh, I got a taste for a slushy. Lord knows I don't need no. Okay, can you focus? Thank you. Terry, I think may have a relationship with him. I was with them in a company that allowed. At least Alice says stay on Angie. Well, hit that. Hit Alice. I'm gonna need y'all to start hitting that like up here. Okay. Adjust for Angie. If you remember, the white lady said she helped Angie out the van after getting out the yacht, and how she was ejected doesn't add up. Well, St. Paul, hit that link up here, St. Paul, and tell the saints what you said. Because, you know, some of us forgot St. Paul. St. Paul, come on up in the room, St. Paul. Hit that link. Say what you got to say, St. Paul. Y'all heard what St. Paul said? Well, if that's the case, I may as well just take Tamar out the, oh, you know what? I'm just going to take Tamar out the title then. Since y'all want to do it like that, let's just take Tamar out the title. And we'll change the letter. Okay, Angie Stone killed by the white truck driver, because that's what happened, right? Angie Stone killed by the white truck driver. Well, I can't say white truck driver. Ooh, Jared. Okay, yeah, that's what did it. Hit her 70 miles per hour. Okay. Hit her 70 miles per hour. Did y'all know that? 7 ain't that's a lot of speed right there. 70, and you got that big old truck. Ooh. 70 miles per hour. And they said it ejected her. Ejecting her body. Eject out the van. Whew. Now Diamond and Michael suing. Diamond sues. Mm-hmm. Diamond sues for how much she's suing for. Angie Stone killed by truck driver Gerald hit her 70 miles per hour, ejected her out the van. Yep, that's that title right there. Ejecting her. What's that say? Okay, yeah, we're gonna do that one. Eject. I spelled that right, right? All right, so bam, we got that there. Hit that link, y'all. We need y'all. We need more volunteers to come up here and speak, because it's sad that I shouldn't be doing this by myself. You know, we supposed to be a community, and I'm up here and I'm talking about myself. Where the people at, y'all? Y'all, we need Angie Stone people. We need y'all to come up here and talk, because I can't do this by myself. My goodness. So yeah, that is what's going on up here in these streets. What question I wanted to know? I wanted to know. I had it at tip of my tongue too. What did I want to know? My goodness. Okay, yeah. How much they suing? How much are they suing for? How much are they suing? Do y'all know how much they suing for? We're gonna find out. The family hasn't put a specific dollar figure in the lawsuit, at least not in the public filings. Okay. Um, what they're asking for is wrongful death damages for the loss of Angie Stone's life. They want wrongful death damages. They want hospital bills and funeral expenses. They want legal fees, damages to punish them being negligence and defect cover-ups. Anything else a judge deems appropriate. All right. All right. And I'm gonna give y'all more updates so y'all can see, like, this is some real stuff right here. I'm not just bull crapping around, y'all. This is some real stuff, okay? So let me copy this. Give me a minute. I'm about to copy it so y'all can see this. Yeah, okay. Y'all see? Okay, let me put this back down here. Hit that link. Do y'all see the link? Can y'all press 5 if y'all see the link? Oh. Mm-mm-mm. All right. Do y'all see this? Look at this. Look at this. Didn't I tell you? Look at the date. Do y'all see the date? September the what? 4th of what? 2025. That was just yesterday, y'all. It's September the 5th now. So you know this is fresh off the plate. Family of Angie Stone files lawsuit against tractor trailer company drivers. And I just told y'all that. I told y'all that. Yep. So this is what's going on. Ooh, it's so sad, right? And I can read the comment section over here at the Shade Room. It says, oh my goodness, that's such a terrible way to go. She survived the damn accident and was hit by a damn truck. Damn. Ain't it sad? Man, I bet after that van, she was like, ooh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. I'm still alive. And next thing you know, bam. Damn. Damn. Ooh, that's my fear, girl. I be fearing somebody gonna hit my ass from the back, especially if I'm in an accident, or because them cars be going so fast and I just fear somebody gonna slam behind me. I be so nervous and paranoid. And she was probably so out of it, she was probably so out of it from the rollover. They said when it hit, because I guess she was the last person to get out. Everybody else was out the van. Angie Stone was the last person to get out the van. And when she was about to get out, it hit her. And it popped her ass out that damn van. And she went flying. And that was all she wrote. She was gone after that. So, Whew. It says, get them for everything. I know she's going to sing. My sunshine has come home when her family wins. The fact that Angie Stone was still working at 63 says a lot about the music industry in this economy. Listening to music through headphones while driving an 18 wheeler. Get a portable speaker. Yeah, that's what he was doing, y'all. That white truck driver. He had on he had on some headphones on and had the music and just doing too much, and he was not paying attention, and he failed to brake at 70 miles per hour, and the system that's supposed to help him avoid accidents, it failed him. So he went flying right into goddamn that van, and she just popped on out. Somebody said, Tamar, listen, I had Tamar up here. Where was you at? I had y'all to vote. I said, do y'all want me to split it up or just do Angie Stone? Y'all said just do Angie Stone. I do Tamar tomorrow, but I need y'all to be more active. Hell, if y'all want, I'm gonna try to do this, and we're not gonna do the uploads. So, but I need y'all to hit that link and come up here and talk to me. Shit. But it's sad. The tragic way to go. I know that's right. That is so bad. That's so messed up. How did they find that out? They found it out through the lawsuit. Look at here. They found it out through the lawsuit. Look, this is what the family is suing. Okay. I tell you no lies. I tell you no lies. This is current. This is current news. But I'm gonna ask y'all a question. I'm gonna ask. Hold on. Give me 1 minute. Give me one second. I'm about to ask everybody. Anybody that got a question that pop up here, I got the answer. So let's get these likes up, y'all. We can do better. Can we hit that like button for Angie? Can we do it for her? Because you know when it first came out, we was on it, wasn't we? Can we get that like for Angie? Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Alice said, how did they find that out? Okay, Alice, hold on. Let me look it up. How did they find that out? And Alice, you got to be more specific with your questions. Talking about some. So, what are you asking, Alice? Hell. They pieced it together from official crash report, from witness accounts, and what the family lawyers uncovered before filing the lawsuit. Alabama State Trooper crash report. The initial rollover was documented by police on the scene. They noted the van flipped and landed in the left lane of I-65. They recorded conditions. It was clear weather, straight road, hazard lights visible. This report could confirm the van driver lost control. Eyewitness testimony. Passenger who stopped to help gave statements. They helped 5 people crawl out. Angie and her relatives were still inside. Witness likely told police and lawyers about the truck coming fast, not slowing down, and hitting at the high speed. The modern tracker trailers have event data recorders like airplanes. This black box captures speed, it captures braking, and sometimes audio warnings. That's how they can allege the trucker didn't brake before hitting the van at 70 miles per hour. Headphones. The details about the driver wearing headphones and listening to music most likely came from the police interviewing him at the scene, or a witness who saw him after the crash, or discovery evidence gathered by the family's attorney once they decided to sue. The collision avoidance system records. The truck had a Detroit Assurance 5.0 system. Okay. And that tech is supposed to detect obstacles and auto brake. Lawyers argue it malfunctioned, and they proved it by pulling system logs and maintenance records. So basically, police reports, eyewitnesses, vehicle data, and company records all gave the family lawyers what they needed to file the lawsuit with those specific allegations. All right. Did I make that clear? Didn't I do good on that? Press 7 if I ate on that one. Didn't I do good on that one, y'all? I told y'all, you got the question. I got the answer. Now, who's next? Give me some more questions. And I'm keep asking y'all to hit this like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Come on. Hit that like button. Come on. So do y'all want me to do a Taylor? What's her name? A Tamar live tomorrow? Press 7 if y'all want me to do a Taylor. Damn. Press 7 if you want me. Nah. Press 10 if you want me to do a Taylor. Tamar live tomorrow. I have to change the 7 to a 10 because y'all already pushing 10. I'm going to get confused. So yeah, let's get this like. So God has revealed to us, baby. We've been praying. We've been asking. And you know, Angie Stone, she was up in heaven working this out, baby. She was like, no, we're going to get justice for whoever did that to me, because Angie Stone should be here. She was full of life. She had so much going on for her. She wanted to expose so much. She should have been here, y'all. And that truck driver, Gerald, he over there with the headphones on, listening to music, not paying attention, girl. And then, going 70 miles per hour. Okay? Hit that van 70 miles per hour and injected Angie Stone out that van. They say she was the last one getting out that goddamn van. Everybody was trying to get out after the rollout. And they said that driver dude, that black driver dude of the Mercedes, I forgot his name, but he was the start of it all because he got into that accident by himself and he rolled over. You know, he lost control. And you know how you steer off into that ditch, but then he yanked that wheel trying to getting from the ditch and end up rolling over. Okay. And then that truck. So it's been minutes, girl. They're getting out the car. It's been minutes. People coming out, looking at, oh my God, a van and run over. Let's help them. All right. So people getting out, bystanders hitting out. Next thing you know, the devil himself. And remember, wasn't that truck 6666? The devil himself coming in that motherfucking truck, not paying attention. Hit her ass straight on that van. Boom! Her ass ejected, just popped her ass out that van. She went flying up in the air and came back down and she was gone. Do you hear what I'm saying? Gone just like that. Just like that. Here today, gone tomorrow. Just like that. Ooh, honey, I tell you, we saw all those damn sheets on the ground. Y'all don't remember seeing all them sheets on the ground? And I said, look at that. It's a body. It's a body. We saw so many sheets on that damn ground. Oh, let's get these likes up. Let's get these likes up. I hear you, Kavan. Did y'all see what Kavan said? Kavan pretty much saying, why the body is the body disfigured? Huh? Is Angie Stone body disfigured? Shouldn't the body be disfigured? If she got hit by that truck and she in a van and it popped her out the van, what y'all think? Y'all think her body? Did they have an open casket or a closed casket? I forgot. One time they had a closed one, then they have the open. Didn't paperwork get pictures of her open casket? Ain't that some shit? Ooh, they was mad at paperwork, wasn't they? Ooh, they was so mad at that motherfucker over there. They was like, no, who would do that? They was so mad at him for taking pictures. Ooh, they was mad at him. Paperwork was on a job, honey. He was on a mission. Do you hear me? He said, fuck what y'all talking about. I'm going to get this shit. Oh, they was so mad. I remember that shit like it was yesterday. So here it goes. That's people are that's a really raw but fair question, because when you hear an 18-wheeler 70 miles per hour, body ejected, it makes you picture something cattle, crazy. Physical physics of the crash. Angie was inside the overturned van trying to get out. Okay. Angie was inside the overturned van. So the van was overturned, y'all. And she was inside that damn van while the van was overturned. Ooh, she was inside the van overturned, because the van done flipped 3 or 4 times. So she was inside that van while the van has been overturned, trying to get her way out of there. Okay? People trying to help her get her ass out. When the trailer slammed into it, ooh, girl. Can you imagine the noise? Could you imagine just seeing that mother sucker just come through like a thief in the night, just coming through? And this could have been avoided. This did not have to be. Okay. And she just got finished performing that night. Ain't that some shit? And then her son's birthday just happened. Ain't that some shit? So the tractor trailer slammed into it, girl. The force of the impact, honey, threw her from the van. It didn't push her from the van. It threw her. Do y'all know how much force it got to be for a big ass truck to hit you and then throw you? It threw her out the van, y'all. Threw her body out the van. That's what ejected means in the lawsuit. After being injected, she ended up beneath the van. Damn. She ended up beneath the van once it was pushed by the truck. Ooh. So she got ejected out, plopped down. Then the truck pushed that van, which the van ran over her. It didn't ran over her because it wasn't on wheels, but you know what I'm saying. The truck hit that van and it pushed that van on top of her body. After she got ejected from it and plopped down, the van, because that's a long force, goddamn, like a hot plate. Don't you know, like when you throw a pancake up in the sky and then you catch it back in the skillet? So that truck hit that goddamn van. Boom! She's going up in the air. As she's going up in the air, that truck is steady pushing that van. So once she hit down on the ground, that truck is steady pushing that van, not rolling because she's not on wheels. The van is turned upside down, going over her body with the van. So that's how she ended up underneath the damn van by that truck. Man, ain't that a combo for your ass? Get hit and then a van pushed on you. That's a combo, ain't it? That's like one of Mortal Kombat combos. You know what I'm saying? Fatality. Ooh, that's what's going on. You would think that body would be disfigured, right? So the trauma wasn't just being thrown out. It was being pinned and crushed. She was crushed. Crushed, I say. Body condition. New reports in the lawsuit filings did not describe disfigurement. And they usually would not, out of respect. So they not going to have that, Kavan, because they want to respect her. So they not going to tell you how bad it looked because they want to do it out of respect. You understand? But in an accident like this, the body can suffer massive blunt force trauma, broken bones, internal injuries. We talking about fractures without being unrecognizable. Whether she looked disfigured depends on how her body absorbed the impact and how she was pinned. Not every high speed fatality leaves a body, a person that's disfigured. Okay. The lawsuit details come from the autopsy report and the crash reconstruction experts. That's how they know she survived the initial rollover. She's still trying to escape and then died after being hit and pinned in the secondary crash. So, yes, her body would have been badly injured, but disfigured isn't always the right word. She likely has severe trauma from being crushed, not necessarily the kind of gruesome disfigurement people imagine in an 18-wheeler crash. All right. So that's what we got over there. Ooh, my goodness. Ain't that some stuff right there, y'all? 18-wheeler, 70 miles per hour, body ejected. Ain't that something? That's something right there. That is a nightmare. You don't want your worst enemy to die like that. Oh my God. Mm-mm-mm. Angie Stone Killer sued. So what y'all got to say? Comment, let me know. Comment, let me know. Angie Stone Killer truck driver Jared sued. 18-wheeler. 18-wheeler. Uh-uh. So keep asking those questions. Uh, 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 uh. Comment, let me know. What do you guys think about this? Angie Stone Killer, 18-wheeler truck driver Jared sued. Trying to get this title right. No, I'm making a whole bunch of mess ups. Mm-mm-mm. So I'm looking here at more comments. So feel free to keep on commenting and ask a question so I can give you the right answers. What you say, Terry? Do y'all see what Terry said? Terry's talking about Terry. Can you hit that link up here and say what you want to say about Clyde Davis? Y'all, I've been talking all night. I need y'all sometimes to come up here and hit that link. Hit that link. So Terry said there's something ain't right, especially with Clyde Davis having a conversation with her the night before her concert. All right. See, that's where people start connecting the dots beyond just the official lawsuit story. You are so right. Folks are whispering that something feels off. Let me say it out loud both ways. The narrative is Angie Stone was in the Sprinter van in her team after the concert in Mobile, Alabama. The van driver lost control and flipped. She survived the rollover. While trying to escape that van, that 18-wheeler struck the van, ejecting her, pinning her underneath, and killing her. The lawsuit only blames negligence. The van driver, trucking company, and the defective safety system. Clyde Davis connection. Why are people saying something ain't right? Let me tell you. Clyde Davis is the music industry gatekeeper. Reports say he spoke with Angie the night before her concert. That raises eyebrows because fans remember his name tied to Whitney Houston last night alive. The infamous Clyde Davis pre-Grammy party. Do y'all remember that? Press 5 if y'all remember that. The timing just don't seem right. Angie had just performed, was still active, touring, and connected to the industry. Okay. OG, woo, OG, thank you for saving me. Glory! We got OG back in the house. Lord,
Hey,
when I tell you OG, you saved this channel. Look, OG. Ooh,
hey,
hey,
look, hey, how
can you
you
hear
doing?
good? Can you hear me good? I think it's going in and out on you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you
Okay.
good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you better now.
Okay, all right, good. Yeah, I was just I was listening for a little bit. I literally just cut the TV on and I said, let me see if Messy on, and I saw the picture of Angie Stone. And I literally was talking to my girlfriend, the one that actually came on your show, the one that actually sang background with Angie Stone. Just got off the phone with her. I said, "Girl, do you know that the family is filing a lawsuit?" I said, "I'm watching Gigi now." I said, "I'm gonna go up here and holler at her and see what's going on," because I literally just cut it on. But she was surprised too. She didn't know either that this was the latest that the family was suing the trucking company. So let me ask you this: is this the guy that was driving the 18-wheeler, that
Yes.
trucking company that they're suing? Okay, okay,
And they're suing
oh,
the van driver too for neglect because they said that he the one that started, that's the mistake, but he did not kill Angie because Angie was still alive after that rollover. That black man, I forgot what y'all call him, but he was in that Mercedes van, and I guess he was about to go in that ditch because he lost control. He was not paying attention, I'm assuming, and then he
hmm,
try to get back on the road and it flipped. And during the flip, people saw that flip, OG. And they said people stopped. They was helping the passengers get out. And Angie was the last person in that damn van getting out, OG. And when Angie was getting out, that's when that truck driver, they say he was not paying attention, OG. He had his earphones on and some radio on, and he was
oh,
going 70 miles per hour. And don't you know that system that he have that's supposed to detect objects and avoid him for crash, that
hmm.
failed. That system, it failed in his truck. So he hit Angie in that van, and Angie ejected out of the van. And while
Oh
she's
wow.
ejecting out of the van, that truck is still moving that van. So when she comes down from being ejected out, the truck is still moving that van, and that van crushed on top of her, pinning her underneath the van.
Now I did hear that she was pinned under the van, and it hadn't been like verified if there was this alleged truck driver. And I heard about this truck driver, this Jared guy, and then they were saying no, the truck didn't hit the van, that the van flipped over. So I don't know. I was just really trying to get the story and what exactly happened. So the truck driver must have in some form or way been involved in this accident for the family to be able to sue this trucking company. So
Yeah,
yeah,
because
I
OG,
it's
that's the
wow.
only reason why she died. She was still alive after the first accident. It was two accidents, OG.
Right. That's it's so sad. It's so heartbreaking because to be alive and crushed under a van, and then the van, a truck, a 18-wheeler come and hit you. Like I can't even imagine.
Well,
I
let's get
can't
the
even
timeline
imagine.
right. Yeah, let's get the timeline right, OG. So first, she got ejected out of the van by the 18-wheeler
Okay.
truck because that's when the 18-wheeler truck
Oh,
hit. And then when
oh,
she came back down from being ejected, because you remember, OG, that truck is still pushing that van. You know, when you get in a car accident and the truck is still pushing, right? So it's pushing that van. And when Angie landed down, it pushed that van and over Angie.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Ooh, I don't. Last
So it's
last
like a
month.
combo. It's a combo.
Yeah. So they're suing the trucking company, the driver of the truck, and they suing the driver of the Sprinter.
Yeah, they suing the black driver because of negligence, and then they suing the truck driver because of gross negligence, and they suing the machine that failed because it failed, and they're suing the company, the SRCT. You know that company.
Yeah. Oh, it was a SRCT. Oh, that's a big company. That's a multi-million dollar, if not billion dollar trucking company. We see that
Yeah,
trucking company on a lot of trucks and a lot of train, railroad. They do even do railroad, transportation. So they're very, very huge and very popular. But I'm really surprised. I'm blown away to hear this, and I understand the family. If they have a great chance of winning this lawsuit, they should go after the trucking company and the driver and whoever else was involved. So I definitely understand it. It's just so unfortunate that to know that she went through all of that. Um, that ended her life like she was the only one, you know what I'm saying, that was struck. She was the only one that was pent under the van. Like she was the only one that didn't wasn't able to get out. I don't
right.
know.
She was.
I,
She was the only one.
I like out of nine people, I guess, was in that sprinter, and she was the only one. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay. So
I
let
just
let let me tell you, OG. Everybody got into the first car accident, right? So they all rolled over, had injuries, right? So everybody got out. OG. People were trying to help them out. Angie was the last one getting out.
so she did get out, and
She was
then
on her
so
way getting out. And
oh
OG, like you getting out the car, but you ain't make it all the way. Like you got one foot out
yeah.
of your car, and then a car hit you and eject your ass out the car.
Oh shit. Okay, okay, okay. I'm really trying to understand because there's been so many stories going
Right.
on social media about what stuff. So I got so confused that I've just tuned out, and so like I said, to turn the TV on and hear you and saying in this lawsuit and everything, this is new to me. We gave a show last month and we paid homage to Angie and like I said, my girlfriend, the one that actually sang on No More Rain in This Crowd, she came to my hometown. We did a whole show and paid homage to Angie. We kind of combined the No More Rain in This Cloud with Gladys Knight. Neither one of us. It was a great show. And so yeah, so to hear this is just I'm still like in shock and heartbroken over uh, to know that she lost her life in such a tragic way, and she was so loved, and she will so be missed, and we're gonna give homage to her again on her birthday, which I think is coming up in December. So we're gonna do another show. And
Right.
Sharon, that's her name.
Let me correct something, OG. Okay, and shout out to Kavan for correcting me, and let's get these likes up. And OG, I just want to say again, thank you for coming up here. I need more of
Okay.
y'all to be more active and come up here. Okay, what is this pop up I'm seeing on the screen? I'm so sorry about this. I don't know what's that's about. Oh,
Oh, okay.
what was it? Okay, what is that? Okay, cool.
Say
All right.
again.
Yeah. All right. Sorry about that. So this is a correction about who was the last person in the van. All right.
Mhm.
Angie was not the last person. Sheila Hobson, she was still trapped inside the van. The report reads like this: from the lawsuit and the news reports, here's what we all know: who was still inside the sprinter van when the truck hit. There were 9 people in total van. 5 of them escaped right after the van flipped, with help from good Samaritans who stopped on the highway. That left Angie Stone and her relative, Sheila Hopkins, still trapped inside.
Mm.
The
Okay.
lawsuit says Angie was trying to climb out when the 18-wheeler hit. That's when she was ejected and ended up under the van. Sheila Hopkins survived and is actually one of the plaintiffs suing. So
Okay.
the very last person inside that van
Huh.
was Angie Stone, fatally ejected out the van, and Sheila Hopkins, injured, survived. Everyone else was already
Okay.
out by the time the truck had slammed into him. So the truck slammed into him.
Okay. Okay. I did hear about Angie's cousin Sheila. She was one of her background singers as well, and I did hear that she was allegedly going to file a lawsuit as well. So okay, and it makes sense, and I'm glad that the truth of the matter of the story is being told because I heard so many stories. I literally just had to tune out because I was like, okay, the truth is going to come out eventually, and if lawsuits are gonna be flying around. The truth, people that were there that witnessed it, that if there are filing lawsuits, it got to come out. The truth got to come out. You got 8 other people that witnessed and know what happened. So somebody got to tell the truth about what actually happened and what actually was the real cause of Angie's death. It seems to me that she would have gotten out alive had that truck not hit that sprinter and rolled over on her. So yeah, I'm just glad the truth is coming to the light, the real truth, because I've been hearing so many false stories. I asked
Yeah.
Sharon, did she want to come on? She said no, she didn't want to come on, but I told her that I was going to come up and talk to you about it because, again, like I said, she personally knew Angie. They were friends. She's on the No More Rains in This Cloud singing backgrounds on a recorded song actually with Angie Stone. So I guess she's still very emotional about it, as am I. And I only got the opportunity to audition for Angie Stone. She actually worked for Angie Stone. So
Mhm.
um just had hearing her talk about their friendship and how beautiful of a spirit that Angie was, which we kind of could see it. And I think that's why she was so loved by
Yeah.
in our culture, and she's going to be so missed. And just to know the devastating way that she left us, it was tragic and it hurts us and it hits different because we know what she was going through in real life, how she was getting on her Instagram and talking about what she had faced and what she was going through, dealing with the industry, kind of being blacklisted from that, and then having to eventually she was going to file a lawsuit against the labels and all the people that she said owed her all these millions of dollars, and hopefully her family will be able to get recompense from that as well at some time in the future. But if they filing this lawsuit, I really hope they win because it's negligence and it's a lot of breaking of the law. 70 miles per hour as a truck driver, I believe, is too fast to be driving on a road in Alabama, probably where the speed limit was probably for a truck driver, maybe 55, 65 or whatever. But if he was driving too fast, the speed is definitely going to pay attention. If he broke any laws with like you're saying, that whatever that is, the machinery equipment or whatever didn't work, or why he didn't report that it wasn't working. Like if he has his earphones on, then that means you're distracted. If you're listening to music, that means you're distracted while you're driving. So yeah, it may be a lot of laws and things that were broken that should not be. That's gonna more than likely cost this trucking company millions if they found to be liable.
That's true.
It's just a situation all the way around because our sisters should still be here. It was already a shame and sad that she was 63 years old and still having to tour to make money when we know so many other artists that became very wealthy and they only came out of retirement when they felt like it. Angie was working because she had to. That is the difference. Like you got Gladys Knight on tour now, you got Patti LaBelle on tour now, you got Stephanie Mills on tour now, all these beautiful queens that paved the way. They're coming out of retirement because they want to, not because they have to. And Angie actually had to continuously work in the industry at 63 years old. And that says a lot to her wherewithal and her character. But that sister should have been right up there with the Gladyses and all of them, and the Shakas and the Patties, being comfortable and being able to retire and only come out and work and perform if she wanted to. Like maybe getting that residency in Vegas, because not because she had to, but because she want to,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and to be a platform, calling out the record labels, the industry, the executive, the people that she was calling out. Yeah, it was, she was considered problematic, when it came to that. How dare you speak out and talk about how crooked we are, how shady we are, how much a cutthroat we are. How dare you? Yeah, so they probably sitting pretty thinking, oh well, we don't have to worry about her now suing us, coming after her money. It's unbelievable. So yeah, I hope her heirs, her children, which are her next of kin, her heirs, definitely continue to fight on her behalf because it's deserving. She deserves it. Angie worked too damn hard. She been in the industry just as long as Gladys Knight, just as long as Stephanie Mills, just as long as Patti LaBelle, just as long as Shaka Khan. You talking 30 plus years. That woman gave her blood, sweat, and tears. And for her to say, I'm owed at least over 50 something $million in royalties, in publishing. I wrote for other people. I helped other people. I have yet to hear any of these people that she helped come out and really speak on her behalf. You know what I'm saying? In a positive way and talk about that sister and give her flowers. All the people in the industry that I heard she helped, the Alicia Keys of the world, the Mary J. Bliges of the world, the Jill Scotts of the world. All these, I don't get it. Like, what is wrong with these sisters that she helped get in the door? Because at that time, she was the person that Clive will go to and say, work with this artist, in development. What do you think about this artist? Do they got it to be this, that, or the other? Work with them, help develop them. Angie was that girl. And I have yet to hear these sisters speak out. And I think I heard something about when Jill Scott was asked, about why she, wasn't going to the services or something. Basically, they said because she didn't want us, something like that. Like, what? I don't know. But Angie told a story about how she was up for that part that Jill Scott ended up getting, and I don't know if that caused some kind of ruckus between them. Just like when she tried to go on an Oprah Winfrey show doing the neo soul movement. All of them was invited except Angie because she was considered the heavy set dark girl. So they discriminated. You know, her own record label reached out to Oprah and them and said she didn't need to be on the show because she was the heavy one. She endured so much. And I swear to God, I have yet to see any of these black women say anything kind. any shout out, anything on they social media. I heard Gladys while she was in concert give a shout out and a tribute and sang a song of Angie's. But I'm talking about the ones that I know that Angie helped. The ones I just named that Angie helped. That that when Alicia Keys' album came out, they made Angie put hers on the back burner because Alicia Keys was the pretty shiny girl, the mixed girl, the girl with the good hair. Yeah, and then she had to leave. She had to leave Clive Davis label, which was Arista at the time, or was it J Records? I forget, whichever one. And she had to leave there and get her own number one hit album with that No More Rain in the Cloud, that album, her very first one. She left the label she gave her blood, sweat, and tears on because they wasn't treating her right to go somewhere else and get a number one hit after she helped everybody else get a number one hit. So I think people don't really know the depth of the debt that this girl, the depth, the dedication, the loyalty to the game she was, to a game that wasn't loyal to her. That's
Mm-hmm.
the hurt me. I know as an artist, and I know when somebody put their blood, sweat. I remember Angie all the way back with the Sequence when she first came out, the first female girl rap group on Sugar Hill label. The Sequence was their name. I watched her grow. I watched her write and work with other artists. She got blackballed and she got mislabeled and treated bad for D'Angelo's situation. And God knows she didn't do nothing but help D'Angelo. D'Angelo did that to D'Angelo.
Mm-hmm.
Because it came out about his drinking and drugging when he had his own accident and his own brush with the law. But there was actual letters going around saying, don't work with Angie Stone because she messed up. Let's put it on her that she messed up D'Angelo's music career when it actually was him. So no, I won't accept, anybody putting her in a bad light, like, she was this bad person that she was labeled for so long. So yes, getting to the bottom of justice for her and however that looks like, I am all for that as a fan and as a fellow artist that know her walk, know her journey, know her hardship, know it. I'm around people that work with her now that's telling stories. They own personal experiences stuff, but the people that should be talking ain't talking. Imagine that. They didn't talk in her life and they not talking in her death. I don't know. So I don't know. I got mixed feelings. I got side eyes for Mary J. Blige. I got side eye for Jill Scott. I got a side eye for Alicia Keys because they know what this woman helped them with. And neither one of them sisters had nothing good or positive to say. It took somebody that worked with her in an indirect way, on tours or on other stages at the award shows like Shaka Khan and all of them to speak well and pay homage to her. Hmm. She did movies. She was in a movie with Beyonce. Y'all remember that movie? Cuba Gooding and her. And listen, she was the writer and author of the golden the girlfriend's theme song. Like people
Mm-hmm.
really know Angie is on a lot of shit.
Yes.
And we definitely need to care and pay homage more to our sisters that paved the way more than we do. So yeah, I'm all for it. Get the justice, whatever that looks like, that you can get for our sister. Because she didn't have to die. This didn't have to be. There was negligence on so many parts, so many people parts. trying to cut corners and shit. Yeah, breaking laws and cutting corners. And now a life is gone.
Mm-hmm.
A person that would have still been here with us. It's sad. It's very, very sad. And it makes me angry in a way. It really, really does. I don't know.
I want to ask you this, and Terry, I want to connect with you, but it says device is not connected, Terry. That's why I keep kicking you out. Get that device working, Terry, and come up here. Do you think Tyler Perry is going to help? He said at a funeral he's going to help. Do you think he helped with Diamond or no?
He may be behind the scenes helping them with this suit because, they're going to need money for attorneys and stuff like this to fight this big uh, uh, trucking company. That's a huge trucking company, y'all. CRST, they are huge. So I can't see attorneys taking it pro bono. So if he's behind the scenes helping pay, get attorneys and pay attorneys and all of that, but because I'm sure that the lawsuit is a multi-million-dollar one, maybe double and maybe even triple digits, who knows? So yeah, they definitely, if attorneys is not taking this case pro bono, he may be behind the scenes helping, and if he is, kudos to him. You know, if you said that, Tyler, stick to your word. That's all I'm saying. If Angie friendship really meant that much to you, and I know you paid for her service, so if you stood up on that pulpit at that pedestal and said you're gonna help get justice for her, keep your word. Keep your word. She deserves it. She deserves justice. She really do.
You sure right. Everybody
It's just,
agree with you.
it's just heartbreaking. Because we always celebrate them when they're gone, but we need to celebrate them while they still here too. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
One of the most beautiful celebrations and homage was paid to Frankie Beverly when that man left here. It was so beautiful. All over the world, all the different states. We know everybody was out in they white, having paying homage, having shows dedicated to him. We coming up on 1 year of his death, right? Everybody was out in their white. New Orleans was just awesome in their celebration of Frankie Beverly. In the streets of New Orleans in they white, playing his music, dancing, singing, crying, whatever it was. And this is a man that is embedded in our culture with his song that never, and I don't, this is the thing, never cared about winning an award. He never cared about being wanting to be accepted by the people that run the Grammys, the American Music Awards. His awards came from our people, our culture, Image Award, BET Award. He never, y'all, in all of his career won an American Music Award or a Grammy Award. But guess what? Stop looking for white acceptance that ain't accepting you. He didn't need it because when he passed away, look what we did for him.
Mm.
Everybody showed out for him. So yes, show up and show out for Angie too. Over 30 something years in the industry, maybe even longer than that. Probably longer than a lot of the younger generation were even born.
Hmm.
So let's start paying the homage because we don't need the acceptance. Why are we still begging for the acceptance of the white award shows that are not being fair in how they are distributing these awards in our culture? Why does it take so long for us to win a Lifetime Achievement Award? Why does it take so long for us to win a Grammy or American Music Awards? Because it's not in the cards. If you ain't the executive that's buying the votes, like Mr. Clyde Davis used to do, allegedly, yeah, you ain't gonna be that one to get it. And then you whining and crying, and I didn't win an Emmy. I need my Oscar. I need my American Music Awards. I need my Grammy. Why do y'all beg for acceptance for people that don't accept us? And now look what's happening now. The Hip Hop Awards is gone. The BET Awards is gone indefinitely because the ratings decline because of what's been going on in our culture lately with the music. Now we don't have nothing but the Image Awards left, or the NAACP Awards. That's all we got in our culture. Hip Hop's is gone. BET is gone. So we got to do better, even in our own culture with these awards, because we still got Gladys Knight here. We still got Patti LaBelle here. We still got Shaka Khan here. We still got Anita Baker here. We still got some of our diehard people that have been in the industry 30, 40 plus years. Some of them still here, y'all. All of them ain't gone. So if they ain't celebrating them, we got to celebrate them. If they not paying homage to them, we got to pay homage to them. If they are not giving them awards, we got to give them awards. But we got to change the trajectory all around of where the music industry and the direction is going to. That's why the BET Awards and Hip Hop Awards ratings went suck and they no longer exist, because we got to do better in the trajectory of where Black music is going. If they ain't stealing it from us by our white counterparts who's making the music and singing better and doing better with the and winning the awards off of our culture of music, but they ain't giving it to us. Shout out to Stephanie Mills for saying that. Stephanie Mills had to write a letter to the Essence Awards because she was disgusted of how they have interpreted the entertainment to be. She actually wrote a letter. We have to do better. Or all of our culture in the awards shows and things of that, and the music is going to be gone. Yeah, I'm very disappointed and unhappy. So when sisters like Angie Stone lose their life, and I don't know, maybe y'all watch. I didn't watch the last Grammy or the BET. Did they even pay a homage to Angie Stone? I don't know. Maybe some of you guys can answer that in the chat. Did they?
They ain't responding yet.
I just wonder. I didn't watch it because I ain't watched it in years because I'm just disgusted. I'm disgusted by it. And now to read that the new CEO of BET and Hip Hop Awards saying it's gone, cut the ratings. That's bad. Well, folk don't want to watch our own culture music no more because of the trajectory that it has went in. People in the gospel awards, they got pissed when Glorilla up there winning the award with Kirk Franklin, and they saw the hypocrisy in that. Eventually, yeah, that's gonna be gone. If you listen, I'm telling you, the trajectory that Black culture music has really, really lost the authenticity. It has lost the genuine, true talent. We ain't got the Whitney ain't here no more. Prince ain't here no more. Michael ain't here no more. You know, Jane Brown ain't here no more. Aretha Franklin ain't here no more. Marvin Gaye ain't here no more. You know? And this is what we have to look forward to. And we can say we can look back and generations, and this what it's gonna be that we gonna have to show our children and our grandchildren. That's nothing to be proud of. And that's why these awards are non-existent now. The Image Awards to Black culture means everything. That's the reason why the word hence image, because it stood for something. People got up there and represented well. They dressed well. They talked well. They knew how to interview. They got up there and performed well. And now we just think what the last stuff we've been seeing over the years is the it thing. No, it's not. It's not. It's very disappointing. When you have a song that you did 20 or 30 years ago, that you still making money off of now, that they playing in commercials, that they playing in movies, and you could still tour off it and draw a crowd and make money, now you are a legend. Now you are an icon. Can you say that about the music that's playing now? Are they going to be considered classics 20, 30 years from now? Can those said artists come out of retirement and do a concert and still sell out off the music they doing now 20, 30 years from now? Let's see. Let's see. Our culture got to do better. There are some artists out there that's doing good music. I love Jasmine Sullivan. I love Lettucey. I love October London. I love them. They doing good music, but it's not enough for them. They're not setting the platform enough for them. They end up on the smaller stages and award shows than the bigger ones. I told you, I just recently, what was that, June? Saw October London and Tamar Braxton. And he's just another reincarnation of Marvin Gaye. When I tell you that young man had an awesome concert. And guess what? It was not only young generation there. It was more of my generation that was there. You know why? Because we love that music coming from Marvin Gaye. Now we got a younger man representing that. It was more older people over 40 and 50 at his concert than it was the younger generation. And that man got to be what? Every bit of 30 something? Look at that. Look at the difference. Look at the trajectory of that. He had more people his mother and grandmother's age at his concert than he did his own age. But that baby, they packed the house. It was sold out. So if you give good music, people will come. But it's a few and far between of them out here that they are really giving the larger platform to. Because they telling you coming on the stage half-ass naked, shaking your booty is the thing. It's more about selling the sex than it is selling the talent. So when you can get up on a stage without 20, 30 background dancers and shit, and you can get up there and pull a show off for an hour and a half, just purely singing, now you're doing something. But if you got to have a whole clown show, how good really genuinely is your talent? Angie didn't need nothing but her live band, her background singers, baby. Because you know why? She can sing. She can give a show. She didn't need the clown show, the hoopla. She didn't need an entourage up there with her. When you got pure talent and you can stand on a stage and command a stage for an hour and a half to 2 hours and captivate your audience the whole time. Now that's talent. Whitney Houston wasn't a dancer. We know that. But baby, could she command a stage? You know why? Because she had the voice. So when I look at my sisters like Patty and Stephanie Mills and Gladys and stuff that's still doing it, no matter what the age is, they still got the voice. The voice didn't leave. They still got the voice. These are women that never had to shake their ass and show their booty. Never. Aretha Franklin, never. Never. But this the trajectory. What we saying is good music. Is it good music or are you trying to sell sex? Which one? Make up your mind. Because how talented are you behind all of that? And if you are talented, why you feel you have to do all that other stuff to display your talent to the world? True music lovers know good talent when they see it. They know good singing. They know good singing, as we say. Whitney, she was a singer. Angie, a singer. A damn good writer, arranger, and producer of music. Multi-talented. Multifaceted in her talent. You know? Stephanie Mills still can sing. Shaka still can sing. Patty still can sing. And they still here. So yeah, definitely get us some type of justice for our sister. They
Yeah.
didn't do her right in her career, in her music career. Please do it right in her death so she can rest easy. So our sister can rest easy and she don't have to turn over in her grave knowing that even in her last breath, she still got treated wrong. Yeah, yeah, let our sister get some kind of justice so she can rest in peace. Because she wasn't in peace these last days. She ain't how can you be in peace when you get on your platform, your social media platform, talking about how you owe over 50 some $1 million over the course of your career, how somebody else owns your music, their names own your hard work. Can you imagine? That's like somebody taking the very DNA and soul of you because that was her life. Music was her life. If she didn't have that, ain't no telling what she'd do. So to have people to rip her off of her publishing, her mechanicals, her royalties, and all the such, and to tally up a bill that say I'm owed at least 51 million. At 63, I still got to go out there and grind and do it and get it because I need the money. Not because she still love music, but I ain't doing this because I want to. I'm doing it because I have to.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference, y'all. She still got to pay the bills. She probably still had a whole staff that was dependent on her that she was paying. Yeah, it's way deeper than the surface, y'all. So yeah, let's give our sister some justice for real, for real. All this clowning ass lies been told about her and going on platforms. I got so sick of hearing that shit. I just said, Lord, just let the truth come out of what really happened to our sister. But we had clowns up here doing clown shit for clicks and views.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's like disgrace. It's sad, you know, that we would take advantage yet again of a sister. Let me lie. Let me make up a lies. Let me spin the narrative. Let me say something wild and crazy because, I need my money coming. I need my clicks and my views. So, yeah, yeah, you're no better than the goddamn music executives that treated her wrong. All
Mm.
y'all that did fuck shit y'all did to our sister. Excuse my French. She didn't deserve that. She never did nothing to none of us, but gave us some good music. That's all. She just wanted to be appreciated for her talent. And I saw so much BS surrounding her name and her death and her this and her that. I just said, I can't watch this no more. Lord, let the truth come out. So seeing this tonight, yep, yep. I literally fell back. I fell back because I could not watch our own people make a spectacle out of our sister. Disgraceful. Disgraceful to know that we would do that to her yet again, even in her death. The lies, the spent narratives. It was literally sickening to watch to me. But we were doing it for entertainment? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Mm. At the expense of our sister who's no longer here, you did that shit for pure entertainment and clicks and views. Wow. If is this where we at? That it's just okay to trash her, badmouth her, make up lies about her. I won't watch that BS no more. Can you just tell the truth for once? Just tell the truth on our sister. Give her flowers for real, for real. She was giving them at her funeral, but she's gone. What we want her legacy to be? Do we want it to be full of this BS and lies and spent narratives? No. We want the truth to be told, justice to be served, where she can rest in peace. Because all the shit we've been seeing for almost the last year has been sickening. And I know she probably was turning over her grave saying, Lord, because I know it was a disgrace for me to watch. And this is a sister ain't never did nothing but gave us good music, wanted to keep us happy and dancing, singing her songs. That's all she wanted to do was entertain us, give us good music. But this thanks we gave her, I don't know. Something is wrong with our people. Something really is wrong with a lot of our people. And whatever hurt, pain, anger, jadedness, whatever it is that's going on with you, you are thrusting it out here in the universe on these social medias. And it's nothing but negative energy. That's all it is. Something's going on with you up there to be doing that. Like real talk. I don't know, from the sisters that shared many stages with her, who many careers she helped boost and get off the ground. I'm so disappointed in them that when they on the stage, they didn't say anything on even on their social media platforms. No homage was paid. Really? But you got an elder in the game like Shaka Khan, who's in concert touring, and she did a song, gave homage, talked about Angie and all of that. Hmm. Yeah, that speaks volumes. That's all I really got. Messy, thank you for letting me get that off my chest. I'm glad that yeah, you are telling the story the way it happened because witnesses are coming out having to talk, be it this lawsuit, and
Mm-hmm.
we'll just keep up with what's going on with the lawsuit and the progress of it and things of that nature. And I want to tell her children to continue to fight, be good to one another, and make your mother's legacy that she was trying to leave you come to fruition.
Right.
Because you and your children, which are her grandchildren, are going to come behind you all. That's legacy. That's what Angie was saying on her platform that she was trying to do for you all. So now do this for her and keep fighting the good fight of faith,
Right.
sister.
Yes. That's right. Well, thank you so much, OG. You're a blessing and you know it. If you don't know it, you know it, girl. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're welcome, Gigi. I appreciate you. And thank y'all for listening. I
Mhm.
appreciate y'all. Y'all have
They love you. They love you. They love you.
right back.
All right.
I gotta talk to you later.
Talk to you later. Well, I think OG said everything, so thank you all. Do you guys want us to do more lives like this? Press 4. If tomorrow we have 2 lives we can do tomorrow, it would be probably after 5 or 6. Let me know. All right. Well, love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm glad you guys here for the update, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.